Other than what we've talked about thus far, were there any other conversations you had with Kyle Johnson where Angelique Fawcett came up?
Yes.
Please, can you tell me?
Specifically, when the court approved or ordered a visitation by Angelique with my case assistant, Stephanie Davis, arranged, coordinated the luncheon. She was present as a third-party neutral throughout the luncheon. She observed the interaction between Kyle and Ms. Nichols prior to the meeting, subsequent to the meeting, and she also observed the interaction between Ms. Nichols and Angelique. And Kyle had asked for a report on the meeting and had provided instructions prior to the meeting.
What did he want you to report?
He wanted to report anything that we felt was negative.
Wanted to report anything that was negative? You and Sky Conway were trying to set Angelique up.
Did he specify anything he wanted articulated in the report?
Objection. I think this is getting to double hearsay, so I just want to make sure that that's clear for the record.
Kyle spoke directly because I was present at the beginning of the meeting with Angelique and Ms. Nichols. Stephanie Davis, the case assistant, as I indicated, coordinated and had oversight for the luncheon meeting. There was food, there was drink, there was a setup, and Ms. Nichols invited Ms. Davis to sit down on the luncheon part of the meeting with Angelique and Ms. Nichols. Kyle objected to the food, and he objected. And when I say objected, he told me directly that he didn't see that it was necessary. He attempted to place restrictions, and when I say attempted to place restrictions, he was very concerned about the amount of time that was spent at the luncheon meeting.
You mentioned the report. Is that he wanted a report to him or a report to a third party? I was confused as who is this report to be prepared for?
We prepared a report for the file of the meeting, and should be called upon to relate the report. And it was a description of what occurred, who was involved, the length of time, and what occurred. For example, there was a luncheon part, and then there was a visitation part between Angelique and Ms. Nichols. We observed that Ms. Nichols, for example, was smiled, greeted warmly, hugged, was happy. She was not happy before, she wasn't smiling, she wasn't bubbly. When Angelique arrived, she was. We reported that.
Objection, speculation.
We reported what we saw when she smiled, when she hugged, when she kissed, and asked with a dementia patient, sometimes they're responsive. She was very responsive and asked how Angelique and her husband had been. When Kyle wanted and requested that we provide details, I wasn't there throughout the meeting, so he questioned me, and then he questioned Stephanie.
What did he question Stephanie about?
The details of the meeting.
Was he asking about, did any negative things happen at the meeting? Is that what he wanted to inquire about?
Objection, meeting.
I don't know why or his purpose for inquiring. What I can tell you is what his response was to our report, that it was a good meeting. His response to the report was that he did not want to continue to hear about the good meeting.
Isn't that something? Kyle Johnson was upset because there was no bad news for him to revel in. The meeting went just fine. As a matter of fact, what BJ said was when Nichelle was there before Angelique arrived, she was unhappy and not at all her bubbly self. And as soon as Angelique shows, he's smiling and happy and bubbly and looking forward to the meeting.
Did Kyle Johnson at any point ever make any statements that were defamatory about Angelique Fawcett?
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
Kyle Johnson routinely made threats against individuals, including myself and my team members. He was not exclusive, he was inclusive of his threats and his use of profanity against myself and other individuals.
What sort of threats do you recall him making about others or yourself?
I can't really recall any threats that he made against others. I can only recall the threats that he made directly toward me. There were comments that he would get me, that he would fix me, that he would hurt me.
So Kyle, you told BJ Hawkins, an older black woman, that you were going to get her and fix her and hurt her? Real men don't say things like that to women. I mean, is that what you're saying to Nichelle as well?
Why would he say these things to you? What was the issue that he was having with you to threaten you in such a fashion?
Objection, speculation.
I do not know why he said those things. It appeared to me, based upon my experience as a conservator dealing with volatile family situations, that it was unprovoked anger. During the latter parts of the meetings, in giving the reports and summaries, if he disagreed, he may explode in anger. So his disagreements were expressed in angry tones and profanity.
I would like to thank you, Facebook and Instagram, for allowing all of us such a platform to share our ideals, our lives, our thoughts, things that we believe in, no matter what race we are, no matter what our sexual orientation is, no matter what gender we are, no matter whom or what we identify with. Thank you, Facebook and Instagram, for allowing us to have this platform to speak. And this is a very important topic for us all to speak about.